RK's Guyana Free Media presents for human development and national development this message. Dear friends and families in Guyana and around the world, this is part 53 of Elections Update 2020, the Guyana Madness. Part 53 of RK's Guyana Free Media. Part 53, but it might show along with part 51 or part 52 or before them or in between, even though it's part 53. Friends and family, I am moved by the topic at hand, and it is APNU/AFC now rejects OAS, Organization of American States eyewitness reports as foreign interference. Now, as I said before, friends and families and locals, some of them who are upset at me for whatever, you see this thing with politics, it goes hard in some people's heart, and it causes people to lose their intellect, their wisdom, their sanity. And because of political loyalties, they judge people to either be like them or against them, or you are either with them or against them, unfortunately. So the topic is APNU/AFC now rejects Organization of American States eyewitness report as foreign interference. And I'm your host, Haji Dr. Ocean Khan, doing a reading and maybe making a few remarks as may be necessary as I go along. The APNU-AFC, through the mouth of General Secretary of the APNU/AFC, Joseph Harmon, who is also the Director General of the Ministry of the Presidency and CEO of what I refer to as the alternative or alternate cabinet known as COVID-19 Task Force. Like I said, I have no political priority, and I bring information as I see from my heart and make a commentary as a commentator. General Secretary for the Coalition, a Partnership for National Unity, APNU, Joseph Harmon on Friday called the Organization of American States, OAS, most recent statement on Guyana's electoral process foreign interference. Harmon was at the time speaking with reporters in the makeshift media center erected at the Artichoke Conference Center, ACCC, and was asked to respond to the OAS damning report in light of faith placed in the scrutineers from the Caribbean community CARICOM. These observers are still to make a pronouncement on the recount process. And according to Harmon, the report is expected to be persuasive to the outcome of the process. The APNU/AFC executive was at the time speaking to the litany of allegations being raised by the party and purportedly now being probed by the Guyana Elections Commission, GECOM. He told reporters they, and it means CARICOM team, close brackets, having been here for the entire period, they, like us, have seen on a daily basis the genie that is emerging out of these boxes when they are opened. End of quote. According to Harmon, the APNU and AFC trusts that the CARICOM team will make an honest assessment of what they saw and that they would submit a report to GECOM that speaks to the credibility of the process. Asked to respond to the OAS report, since these observers would have also been on the ground at the ACCC venue witnessing the activity from day one. Harmon suggested this not to be the case. Lambasting the OAS, Harmon indicated to reporters that the Organization of American States observers were not as involved in the recount process as the CARICOM team, but declined responding to the specifics raised, saying, "I do not know where they got that from." According to Harmon, GCOM has in fact begun deliberating on the concerns raised by the party, saying, "We recognize the Elections Commission as being the competent authority. We recognize the CARICOM mission that is here as a credible interlocutor in the affairs of Guyana, and therefore we would rely on those processes." Referring to the OAS, he told media operatives, and I quote, "Other persons who are sitting in the outskirts observing things and making declarations, even while the process is still going, to preempt a ruling of a chairman of the Elections Commission is, in my view, stepping beyond just international relations and is a stepping into the bounds, in my view, of interference." End of quote. That body, in its report on the Guyana elections and subsequent recount of votes cast, had called for a peaceful transition of power. According to the OAS, in its report earlier this week, the people of Guyana have been patient and they now deserve a peaceful transition of government based on the majority vote as reflected in the recount and in support of democracy and the rule of law, which all OAS member states expect to be upheld. End of quote. The 33-member bloc of nations, which has maintained a local presence at the ongoing national recount, said it has no reason to doubt that the results that will come out of the process will be credible. In a statement on Thursday, the OAS, of which Guyana is a member, concluded that despite some inconsistencies in the electoral materials reviewed during the recount, as is normally the case in any electoral process, the OAS mission has no reason to doubt that the results emanating from the recount will be credible. As such, it said, a declaration based on these results would lead to the installation of a legitimate government. Friends and families, brothers and sisters in Guyana and around the world, friends of RK's Guyana Free Media, this reading is taken from the Guyana Times magazine or newspapers, dated today, the 6th of June, 2020. On my personal basis, in my personal capacity as a Guyanese citizen and a human being who believe in love and harmony, integration and decorum, I call for peace and cooperation amongst our peoples. And regardless who wins this election, and this is my personal commentary, all persons and all other political parties must build a solid committee of development or community of growth for Guyana, respecting the rule of law, not being carried away by messages, subliminal messages to misbehave by any one of the political entities, but we want those subliminal messages of love, goodwill, harmony, and peace. Your brother, your friend, me, Haji, Dr. Roshan Khan, saying thank you and farewell, friends.